Filled in another super chat. I never understood why haters want to drive you from the internet. Wouldn't they kill their own careers by ending yours? Again, it's really weird because here's the thing. I feel like those who restream me to make money don't want that. But the sad fact, what they don't understand is that they would then create people who hate me irrationally for no good reason who do want me off the internet. Okay? I don't believe that anyone who's benefiting from restreaming me or making content about me daily wants me to lose my job, because if I do, then they can't make content about me anymore and they lose their jobs, right? But the problem is people watch their content and now they don't have investment. They're not making money off of me. And now they want to see me end. And so you get people who put together entire packages of stuff that they submit to businesses 3 years ago, shit from 10 years ago that I said on YouTube that's, you know, ancient history. Oh, this is who Phil is today. See, he calls himself the king of hate, and he's a racist and a bigot and a sexist, and here's all the things he's done. And it's shit that's 10 years outdated. And the businesses are so dumb they believe it and think it's from today, and then they fucking ban me from everything. It's stupidity. But that's what happens. Those people are not right in the head. They're out to get me hurt. Not the people who are the direct content restreamers, but the people who watch that and then get brainwashed. Red re-upped their membership for 10 months and says, stop watching detractor content. Damn straight. BB filled in a super chat. You have to understand your haters point to us all these hater channels to learn the truth about DSP. It's not like we seek them out. Huh? You have to understand your haters point us to all of these hater channels to learn the truth about DSP. It's not like we seek them out. I don't know what that means. It doesn't even make sense, actually. So, I don't... If you could reword that, but I don't understand what that really means. Maximum Turbo did a super chat. He says, detractors, stop. DSP wins every time. No, I don't win every time. You know, there's a reason why my channel is so small and why I've shrunken over the years, and it's hard to maintain. I mean, this is why. When literally every day, someone is saying you've done something heinous and you didn't, or they'll be like, oh, here's what he did today on his stream, but then they interject clips from 10, 15 years ago of stuff that I regret, have apologized for, and don't do anymore, but say, oh, this is him today. No, it's not. You know? Anyway. Let's see here. I received a $1 tip from DSP Superfan. Basically, he says, he keeps saying afuera. Like trolls afuera, detractors afuera. Right. Anyway, thanks for the $1 tip. Everyone afuera. Yes. Excuse me. Let's continue. I got a $5 tip from Kuma Bear. Stop talking about your detractors. All right. How often does this happen? This is just because I got a comment that I found very insightful. All right. I thought that it was worth, because it actually analyzed it in a very interesting and way that's like, oh, okay, now I kind of get it. You know, because everyone comes to my streams all the time and asks me, why do you think so many people hate you or make the content about you? Here's your answer. And it's an answer that I can't give because I don't pay attention to it. It's okay every once in a while to call this shit out, because the truth is no one else is going to do it, right? How many years has it been where someone had a chance to actually cover the hate against me in a rational way and no one has? Why? Because it doesn't benefit. Because what makes money? The drama, the toxicity, the negativity. Actually covering my story in a way that analyzes how Phil has made tons of mistakes, and here's what they all are, but here's the insane amount of nonsense on a daily basis that's put out about him that's bullshit, right? Why? And then analyze that and actually dig into them and expose them for the fucking frauds that they are. It's never been done. If someone were to do that, I'm calling it right now. If someone were to make that video, that documentary, exposing the frauds that are DSP detractor community, that would get far more traction and attention than any video about me. The videos about me have been done to death, and it's all the same shit. You haven't even heard a new thing about me in 5 fucking years. It's all the same shit regurgitated over and over. Now analyze those motherfuckers who do this on a daily basis. You're going to get down to something people actually are interested in. But no one has done it. I wish they would. I really wish they would. I received a $10 tip From Swagonito. Is your bunny t-shirt a reference to your childhood bunny? If not, it's still a cool callback. What was your bunny's name? Have a good positive stream. His name was Bunny. Bunny Rabbit. Bunny. Bunny Rabbit. And it's not necessarily a callback to my rabbit. It's just a nice shirt that I saw at the store. And now we're in spring. It's warm. It's going to be summer soon. It's going to be hot. I need to wear short sleeve shirts and shorts. So I picked it up. It's not a particular call out to anything, but it is a nice shirt, I feel. Thank you, Swagonito, for the $10 tip. Yeah. All right, I just received a $20 tip. I'm a little late with this. During the first run of Alone in the Dark, you're surprised Carby died from water, as you called it. I think the comment turn is drowning. They made it instantaneous, because what's the point of staring at the screen for 5 to 10 minutes watching him die? People have survived being submerged for 20 minutes. Well, I think it was just weird because, like, for example, if that scene was going to... It would have been... I think it would have been better if it was more supernatural. Like, for example, let's say he gets sucked into the water, right? And then all of a sudden, like, a jump scare happens. Like, something comes out of the water and eats him. Or a scary flash scene happens in your face. Like, ah! And then all of a sudden, he's back at the bottom of the staircase, and it starts filling with water again, and now you have to run up again. That would be better than just, oh, he instantly died, reload. What? I just think that this scene was done poorly. I understand what you're saying. Yes, you don't want to see him slowly drown. That would be boring. But by the way, we should also call out the fact that if it really was filling with water, okay, he could just swim up the fucking tower anyway. If it filled with water, he could literally just swim upwards and survive, or at least get to a door that was going to open. So again, the whole scene kind of doesn't make sense. The instant death water. I understand you're trying to justify it, but basically it was just a silly mechanic they used, and I called it out and made a silly observation. Nothing too serious. Let's see here. I received a $1 tip from Kirk. It's all my fault. I'm sorry. Haters on Afuera. It's totally all Kirk's fault. 100%. He went back in time in a DeLorean, and he started the hate movement against me. In truth, there always was people who were hateful against me, but it definitely was the Ret Super Eye or whatever it was that they razzed me and made fun of me. And people were like, wow, that was really funny. And then immediately after, even though he doesn't really admit it, Evil AJ made This Is How You Don't Play Metal Gear Solid 2, and that took off like wildfire. And people said, oh, wait, Evil AJ just got like 1 million views on his video. That's crazy. Now, what if I do that? So they all did, and they all just made fun of me, and it became this virally popular thing that people just kept riding their wave of popularity to do it. And then eventually, these things became monetized. And then eventually it became, well, you know, just making fun of Phil's gameplay doesn't work anymore that well. It doesn't have as much traction. It's played out. Let's now attack his character. Let's attack his mannerisms. Let's attack what he says, how he acts. He's you know, other, and then even let's go now behind the scenes of his private life. Let's try to get into his personal information that no one should have access to. And let's try to do this and do that. You know what I mean? It just got worse and worse and worse and worse over the years. Because again, people were getting views, popularity, and eventually profit, money from hating on me. That's the cycle that it took over the years. Big Fridge did a super chat. He says, why don't we harass side scrollers? Because we don't harass anyone. As I've already said, I said it right here during this podcast. You don't fight fire with fire. Just because someone has treated you badly doesn't mean you wish them ill. Which is happening now with Review Tech. I don't want him to have a bad life. I don't want him to be going through stress. I don't want him to be going through bad things. I want him to have a better life. Because maybe if things were going better for him, he wouldn't do toxic content. Right? Right? So even though things apparently are going bad for him, I actually wish him the best. Right? I do. I don't want anyone going attacking other channels. I condemn that. I would rather just have you sit here and hang out with me and enjoy the positive content than go propagate more negativity across the internet. There's already more than enough toxicity and negativity on YouTube. We don't need to be creating our own. Okay? That's my mentality. You can completely disagree. That's where I stand. Fair enough? Okay. Mav Strike did a super chat. He says, if the trolls are a problem, why not hop off the internet secretly and get a normal job? Number one, you want me to quit my dream job that I love because of a bunch of fucking no-load trolls on the internet. That's what you're literally telling me. I should quit the best job I've ever had that I love doing, I feel, is helping people on a daily basis in a positive way. You want me to throw it all away because of a bunch of troll people on the internet? I mean, I don't even have to say anything past that, do I? But I will, all right? But, I mean, that's number one. You don't let these people fucking beat you. What kind of world is that? Oh, I'm facing adversity. Let me run from it. No. You face it head on. You challenge it. You persevere through it. You don't quit. That's ridiculous. Okay? Now, on top of that, you know, when it comes to this job, it's the best job I've ever had. I'm my own boss. I've seen tried and true over the years, no matter what, people support me, no matter where I go or what I do. Whether it's on YouTube, whether it's on Twitch, whether it's on a third-party site for 2 months like Whip TV, whether it's on a social media site, wherever it is, people are going to follow because they actually see through the bullshit and like me and want more content from me, and that, you know, and I appreciate that. The actual positive community is an amazing one. I don't want to throw that away at all. This is 16 years of my life of investment, and for a lot of people, it's a lot of time investment for there too. They feel like they're actually part of something, correct? I'm not going to just throw that shit away. That's insane. Imagine doing something 16 years of your life you love and you just quit on it because of fucking hate on the internet. Like, what? Right? Like, what are you, nuts? And then on top of that, Mav, I get the feeling you obviously don't know what it really is like out there in the real world. There is no overabundance of high-paying, great jobs out there at all. It doesn't exist. Although our government in the United States would like to act like there is, there's not. Oh, we created all these jobs. Yeah, what jobs did you create? Walmart, McDonald's, Uber Eats, you know, jobs that are part-time. You're scraping by to even make enough to make a living. These are not careers. These are not good jobs for people who can build up and support a family at all. These are, you know what I mean? This is what our government has created for us. A service-based economy that's terrible, and it's hard to hold a job. It's hard to find a job where you can get health care. It's trash. You know, I would literally, no exaggeration, would probably have to hold 2 to 3 part-time jobs because no one would hire me full-time because that doesn't even happen anymore. I'd have to have 2 to 3 part-time jobs, juggling them constantly, sometimes probably working more than one job a day to try to make ends meet. That's how it is in America right now. Things could change. It'd be great if they did, but that's the reality we're all living in. It ain't the rainbows and unicorns that the news likes to spread. Oh, didn't you know that more jobs were created? Yeah, what kind of jobs exactly? What kind of hours at those jobs? Please give us information on the jobs that are being created rather than just saying jobs, because that doesn't mean anything. But that's what our news would never tell you. And again, that is political, but it's just truthful. If I were to stop doing this for a living and try to go out there and get a job, I could do it. Right now, I could go work for any fucking retail job, any restaurant. I could just go right out there right now and work these jobs, and I would bust my ass and not make as much money and make a living that I do now. There's no point. America is broken right now. America needs to be fixed. Okay? Okay. Anyway, let's continue. Wow, a ton of gifted memberships just came in. All from Nathan Smith. Congratulations to... Oh, I can't see these two. The first two he gifted, I can't see. They disappeared for some reason. Hold on, maybe I can do it this way. Doesn't show them. Son of a bitch. All right, well, thank you. Nathan gifted 7 memberships to the channel. 2 of them went to individuals, and I can't see them. They went away. But congratulations to Yunner Ostrander, Demolition Daddy, Radical Jaws, Cracker Jacks, and Frankie Flathead, who all just got a gifted membership as well. If you got a gifted membership from Nathan, please be sure to thank Nathan. Okay? And thank you, Nathan, for supporting the channel. BB Phil did another super chat. Can't you claim revenue from some of these hater channels? I wonder how much money your brand generates in total per month, including every hater channel. Here's the funny part about that. That's what Machinima said that they were doing. I don't know if they ever actually did it, because they never actually paid me that. All right? But Machinima claimed that because I was part of their partner network, okay, that all the content was under their umbrella, and if anyone was using my content for their own, even if it was legal, like you could say fair use, because someone cut my content up and put it into their hater content. But the truth is, supposedly, right, apparently the ad revenue is owned by the original creator, which is why when I'm on YouTube and I'm making a video and some bullshit asshole claims my video because there's something in it, I'm like, but what are you talking about? You know, fair use, yes, I can legally use it, but it doesn't entitle me to the ad revenue. So that was Machinima's take. Machinima's take was, oh, we could just claim whatever. So apparently they went out there and they were blanket claiming anyone who had my videos in their content. And of course, people blamed me for that, even though I wasn't even involved in it. Like, I never was told, oh, these are the videos we're claiming. I was never given a stat. Oh, here's all the revenue we're pulling from those channels. Never. And I don't, to be honest, I don't think they ever paid me for it either, because I never saw like an increase in income when they claimed they were doing it. I think they kept it all for themselves if they ever did it. So it is what it is. You know, but here's the truth. I don't know what the legality is or not. Machinima felt it was legal. I can't confirm or deny. I'm not a lawyer. I don't know about fair use law, copyright law. That's for courts to be hashed out or whatever. But basically, I don't even know how I would go about doing it. From what I understand, these major corporations, you know, they get themselves into YouTube systems somehow to get their content flagged or whatever. But YouTube is not going to take my daily videos every day. I'm a little small-time guy. They're not going to take a video that has a few hundred views and load it into the content ID system, you know, for free, and then have that matched to other people's content. It sucks because you're right. All these people are making money on my name by slandering me, and they're using my content to do it. Abso-freaking-lutely. I should have the ability to do something about it, whether it is to shut down the content, to flag it as unmonetizable, as bullying, to get the ad revenue on it myself, but there's no clear-cut path on YouTube to do any of that unless I get a lawyer, which I can't afford, and then maybe they'd work with YouTube to figure it out. But like I said, again, you don't fight fire with fire. You don't. I don't see the benefit of that for me. For me, it's just make the content I'm making every day and enjoy the life I'm having and living and just focus on the positive, right? Okay. Yep. Yeah, this is a silly quote, but you either die the hero or live long enough to see yourself become the villain. Says, a dollar tipper. Well, yeah. Again, I used to be one of the highest, most positively regarded gaming YouTubers. And then somehow, doing literally exactly the same thing that I have done for years and years and years, I became the villain. Even though I didn't change. Right? Kirk did another dollar tip. He said something political. I'm just going to ignore it. Okay. Shit. Let's see. Abu, 2 months as a member. He said, duty streams have a spoon. He could probably eat it out of his own ass if he wanted to. Covenant Lazarus did a super chat. Can you claim music made about you? Again, I don't know. I don't know how to claim anything. There's no claiming tool on YouTube. You would have to have a lawyer and submitting your content to do it. There's no, oh, someone used your content. Here's how to easily claim it. That doesn't exist. It doesn't exist. All right? Whoever tells you that is a liar. There's no easy claim tool. There's a copyright matching tool. And what that does is you can send a request to take it down, or you can copyright strike. That tool exists. There's no content claiming tool for you to just get money from people. It doesn't exist, all right? And again, major companies have legal teams. Their legal teams probably take all their content, and then when it's loaded into YouTube, they then say match all this, and then they have legal ways to get the money. A common tiny person like me doesn't have that. It doesn't exist. Maximum Turbo gifted a membership and went to Ricari. Enjoy Ricari, and thank you, Maximum Turbo, for supporting the channel. Big Fridge did a super chat, and he says, they're losers. You're their whole personality. I'm their whole existence. If I didn't exist, they would not exist. Right? No one would have ever known who the fuck Tevin is. No one would have ever known who the fuck any of these fucking nobodies are if I wasn't here making content. and truthfully, in reality, they only got their ideas from others that came before them, right? They got their ideas from the Sons of Kojima, from Evil AJ, from people who, as much as they disliked me, never monetized their content. They're all just frauds. They're all just frauds copying each other. At the end of the day, again, no talent. If they had talent, they'd go do something that required talent, and they'd actually make money doing it. Okay. All right. Are we good now? Have we talked enough about this? Like I said, I only wanted to talk about it because the comment is fresh. It just hit my video today. And I was like, now's the time if we're going to talk about it. Let's just get this out of the way. And now we can move on. Today, I'll be honest, I don't want to talk about it further. We just went super long on the podcast because of it. Now we can say we've talked about it. We ended it. It's over. The discussion, we can now enjoy Helldivers. We can enjoy some Street Fighter, right? We could have a good time. What do you mean I have to fix Nightbot? What are you talking about? Thank you to Full Evora for a membership. Why do I need to fix Nightbot? What's wrong with Nightbot? I don't even know what you're talking about. What? Because the schedule's outdated? Who cares? You're acting like there's something broken with Nightbot. It's just an outdated schedule. People are freaking out about it. Like it's some huge deal. Here, shall I fix it? It's that big of a deal? You don't know? I literally had a schedule segment on this show. All right, here we go. Ready? Friday, April 12th. Helldivers 2 at... Of course, it would have been 12:45 p.m. I guess we'll do 1 p.m. at 1 p.m. PDT. Then it's SF6 Honda at 5 p.m. The schedule is only posted on the main channel page community tab on my Twitter account and was already said in this podcast, but I guess I'll update the bot. We have to have it Also, the schedule's written across my forehead in Sharpie marker. And we have a big scrolling across the bottom of the screen text. Good Lord. All right. I received a $2 tip from Ugly Tuna Roll. Yesterday, I was enjoying your Bloodborne Redemption run. It's a good playlist. Cheers from Slayer from Aerosmith Baby. Oh, he says cheers and Slayer from Aerosmith Baby. There you go. Yeah, that Redemption run is so good. Because I actually learned the parry mechanic. I don't know when it was. I would say maybe around 2016, 2017. I started actually trying to learn the games instead of fucking around. So, my Sekiro run is actually quite good. My Redemption run of Bloodborne is actually quite good, where I'm actually learning the systems. And there's still rage and stuff in those playthroughs. But, yeah, that Bloodborne second run, the Redemption run, is super good. Because I'm parrying everything. I'm getting great visceral attacks on the bosses. I actually really like the DLC, even though that final boss, Orphan of Koss, is so tough. And it took me, 3 hours to beat him. I still feel it's a fair fight. It's very challenging, but it was fair. And when I beat it, I was like, yeah. I felt that moment of accomplishment when I did it. It was worth it. All right, guys. We got to end the show. Really. We have to. It's going way too long. So thank you all. I appreciate those of you here hanging out and supporting the stream today. And it's time to move on. It's time to end the show. And it's time for us to do some Helldivers. Okay? All right, everyone, thank you so much. And again, I will just say this in summary. All right? Today we talked about that very hot topic of the detractors. I said my piece. I'm done. I'm not going to be sitting here talking about it. Please don't bother me about it all day or for the next week. I don't care. I also don't care about any of my detractors' responses to it. I just don't give a shit about them at all. I will say this. Do not fight fire with fire. I condemn any negative actions towards others. I don't want other people harming others in any way, even though they've harmed me. All right? I want to be above all of that. Okay? Just being honest, I don't want toxicity and negativity and stuff thrown at other people. I would much rather have some people, hopefully, eventually, wake up themselves and say, wow, what am I doing? Wow, this really is a waste of my time. That's eye-opening. Let's move forward, right? As opposed to, well, now let's all just attack each other and be nasty to each other. That's why people are like, look, can we go? What about side-scrollers? Leave them alone. I want nothing to do with them. Leave them alone. What about Rich? Leave him alone. Leave everyone alone. The truth is, one day, all of this is going to fall on its head. It is. It's just going to blow up for them. There's nothing they can do. There's no way. This whole thing has been an insane ride anyway. And if they actually think that this is going to be something that's going to last, No. It's just, right now, the internet is kind of like the Wild West. It still is, to this day. Even though these businesses claim they have terms of service and everything, they're so selectively enforced, they don't give a shit. So one day, it will all come back to bite everybody. But I'm not going anywhere. You know what I'm saying? So, don't worry about it. Don't retaliate. Don't do nothing negative to anybody. Just everyone relax. Sit here. The best way you can support my efforts to be positive is to come support the positive content and hang out with me. That's it. I don't want anyone doing anything negative to anybody else. I condemn it. Don't do it. I will be upset with you if you do. Okay. Let's end the show. Thank you all. Boy, I'm glad that I'm wearing what I'm wearing because it's already pretty warm in here. We haven't even begun with content yet. Thank you all for watching. Let's end the podcast and let's get to gameplay. See you tomorrow.